time to start the pod. I did reinstall Candy Crush on my phone.
Oh boy.
My mental problems are surging, and my stomach is full of Asian beef. Let's start the podcast. Okay, I do have a quick update. Actually, I was going to save this for later. I'll start off with this one. I talked on the podcast a few times about going to Walmart late on a Friday night. It's just something I do. It's just...
I believe that was last week.
And I have an update, which is I was on... This wasn't at Walmart, but this was on the way to Walmart. My actual Walmart experience was nothing to write home about, but I did have to stop for gas. And when I stopped for gas...
Where?
I don't know, Shell. When I stopped for gas, I pulled up next to a girl who was wearing a mini skirt up to her butt.
Down to
crack.
her bottom of her cheeks.
Exactly. And she had leather boots that were above the knee.
Whoa.
They were like cowboy-ish.
Cowboy, but above the knee?
Yeah, they weren't like pleather.
Yeah.
You know, Pretty Woman. It was like going like crazy line dancing.
Club line dancing.
Yeah. And, you know, whatever, low cut, I can't remember what was on the top. And she was like leaning, I don't know why she was leaning over. She should not have been leaning over into her car.
Dipstick?
No, she was feeding, or she was putting water in the bowl for her 3 dogs that were in the back seat.
Chihuahuas?
I think they were.
Oh, I know her. I'm just kidding. I just guessed Chihuahuas.
Not another person I'd feel bad. No. See, and I didn't talk to her. I don't know her. But that's the kind of person, it just kind of lights up my brain. You know, like I could have different experiences. I could talk to somebody
lights up your brain?
Yes, I could talk to somebody at Walmart. I might run into somebody I know. But even just the image of somebody, like seeing her, I just think like, what's her deal?
What's your deal?
What is your life like that you and I are at the same place, except you're watering your dogs in a mini skirt and boots.
Big boots.
And I'm on my way to get
mayonnaise.
Yeah, something like that. I always find an excuse.
Or Miracle Whip.
Ooh, no. But that's what I'm talking about. That is why I don't just go to Walmart for nothing. I first find an excuse. Like, oh, I need to get cheese.
Soap.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like, and so for the rest of the night, I'm thinking, what's up with this lady? Is she no mask? Is she excited that it's to go out? Like, why does she have the dog? Why can't she leave the dogs with where she is? And, you know, I don't know, but it just creates all these scenarios, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just love it. I have another
gas station.
I have another update, and it's that Prindle Ridge Farm is back
again.
Prindle.ridge.farm.
I noticed that she's back. The person I was most excited to see her, the black cat, whose name I can't remember. He was in a tree.
Yeah, black cat was a fan.
Free range chickens. The dogs are cool with the chickens.
They would herd them all day if they could.
Mm-hmm.
And something was stealing the eggs. What was that?
Yeah, who was stealing those? Or was just one chicken kept hiding?
I was a little unclear.
Yeah, we need an update. One of the chickens or someone was either laying eggs or hiding eggs outside of the coop in a little hole, and there was about 20 of them there.
You know what I thought that was for a second? I thought that was like different eggs. I thought there was like a snake. I thought that's what she was trying to get across. And those weren't chicken eggs. They were snake.
No, she said that this is why we haven't had very many eggs.
Right. I don't know.
I thought they were snake eggs?
Well, at first glance.
In Washington?
Yeah.
The size of a chicken egg?
You don't think they're snakes?
Not that size.
I couldn't tell what size they were at first. I don't know how low they cut their grass.
At first I thought you were saying the snake stole them and stored them there.
Just regurgitated so they could.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Prindle Ridge Farm.
Prindle Ridge Farm. And I thought she said she wasn't going to post as much.
From now on?
Well, going back to work.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Farmer. Sorry.
Blowing him out.
Sorry to dox him.
Dox him.
It's Mr. Farmer. But she says she won't post as much, but I think that's not true. She'll be doing mom posts.
Yeah. So is she done working at the other place?
Yeah, that's temporary.
Yeah.
She'll go back in the winter when she needs her Florida fix, so she got to pay for her tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she'll be posting mom stuff. And
organizing the kitchen. All that. She does that a lot.
Yeah. It got me thinking about something about mom posts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mommy bloggers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Now, hold on tight stay with me. That was the phrase I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
Stay with me here. Tonight I had bacon before I left my house.
Oh.
And Tammy and I don't have bacon that much.
What was the cooking style? Because I've transferred mine.
Oh, this was ghetto, just in a pan.
I've gone to oven baked bacon.
That's what I want to do, but we don't have a rack.
You don't need a rack.
I don't want it in the grease, so I want to
take it out of the grease when it's done and pat it.
No, I don't want to do it like that. I want to figure out how to do it on the baking rack.
Go to Amazon.com and get the rack.
I know, but my whole point is we don't have it that often.
Here's my experience with the rack. The grease goes down into the pan. It gets too hot and it starts smoking. When the meat is in the grease, it regulates the temperature. When it's just a pan of grease, it starts flipping and flopping, splattering everywhere.
That makes
splattering
sense.
And spattering.
Splattering. But I was just like, I smelled the bacon coming through the house tonight, and I was like, oh wow, that smell. That reminds me of being a kid, because Tammy and I never have bacon.
Yeah.
But we always had bacon because Dad loved bacon. And I always remember like Saturday mornings, him making a big breakfast. It smelling like bacon in the house at 6:30.
Next Saturday.
Oh.
Throwback.
When you're listening to this episode, Will and I have already gone to Tennessee to see the fam. We have already gotten a big fight there.
Jeez.
We're going to try to keep it together for 3 days if we can. Actually, the parentals are flying us out, and we very much appreciate that.
Yeah, you leave on Monday?
Yeah, you leave on Sunday, I leave on Monday. But do you remember a couple years ago when bacon, everything was all the rage?
Mm-hmm.
Bacon.
Maple bars.
Okay, I was thinking on the way here, the best thing to come out of bacon rage was bacon maple bars. I love bacon maple bars.
My favorite bacon treat is, I first had it the Matador, and now I just make it all the time. Jalapeno stuffed with goat cheese wrapped in bacon.
Okay.
Was that a caviar moment?
Okay. Oh man. Okay. It's not really embarrassing. It's just funny. The other night I had a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dream update.
okay. Dreams, I heard this once and it was basically just saying like dreams are the least interesting thing about somebody. So that being said, I need to share, since you just shared your jalapeno goat cheese bacon wrapped caviar thing. Okay, here's the first story. When it comes to my dreams, I don't have sex dreams. I have never had a sex dream. I have almost sex dreams. And
You have foreplay dreams.
I always get cock blocked in my dreams.
Oh, interesting.
And there's always something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always like a moment of frustration where, you know, so I'm at this like, I'm going to bring it around. Trust me.
Okay, we're in this.
So
and everyone listening.
Don't get me laughing because it's going to hype it up too far because it's not.
Okay.
I was at this sort of like seedy hotel. It more is like a dorm room or whatever. I'm trying
Hostel.
The rooms were tiny and small. And that was part of the thing. I was like, I can't try to do this with this person here. It's like too weird. It's like somehow I knew the other people there were there for like a conference. At this point, it was like I knew other people in the rooms around me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to hook up with this trashy person, as I said. And so I'm like, we can't do this here. So somehow we go downstairs and there's this room, and I had just read the Architectural Digest article about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis's new
LA
home that day, and it was it's supposed to look like an old barn.
Oh.
Except it doesn't look like a barn. It's got big, high, like a lot of windows and stuff, but the wood sort of looks like old barn and everything. And that, as we leave the dorm room and go to this new room,
Yeah.
that's sort of what it looks like. So all of a sudden I'm in Ashton Kutcher's home, but this room that I'm going towards is connected to a bar. It's just like straight up open as if you're
has like a 10-foot opening, like just
not even, it's like 30-foot opening.
it's just like other part of the same room is a bar.
Exactly. It's kind of just like this, like right over here where your bedroom is, boom, then open up to this. And so the bed is actually only like, and they have like a big wrap around the, like U-shaped, because it's actually a really big room. It'd be like a bar in like a hotel or something where it's just kind of like sprawling.
Foyer.
And so I'm here. And by this time, I guess we've been partying. It's like 6 a.m.
Oh.
6:30 a.m. And I'm just going to bed. Well, not going to bed, but, trying to lay down for the morning with this woman. And all of a sudden, these two like old ladies come in.
Oh, boy.
And they're like working the bar. And they're like opening.
Coffee diner old ladies.
Exactly. And I'm like looking over, and they're like acting like I'm not there. They don't care that I'm trying to do stuff over here. And so they're trying to like open up the bar, but in my head, in my dream, I'm like, it's 6:30 in the morning. Like there's no reason you need to open the bar. This isn't like a half restaurant, like half bar. It's like, it's just straight bar. They don't need to open till, I don't know, what time travel. Well, if you're Bert Kreischer, you do start drinking.
If you work on the railroad and you get done at 6 a.m.
Exactly. So maybe there is a reason, but at this place, I knew there wasn't a reason for them to start opening early. And I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like, and I sort of know in my dreams, like, are all my dreams going to end this way? Whatever. I'm not. So then I overhear them this is what they say. You and I were having a live we're doing like a live podcast event.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't even thinking about the podcast the day before, but somehow you and I were having a live podcast event. That's why all those people were there.
All the fans.
Other hotel rooms. Yes. Why would I have a hotel room next to the plebes anyway? It doesn't make sense. And so they're opening up the bar. And you know what they say? They say, if Will didn't pick out all this fancy food for the event,
This would be a lot easier.
we wouldn't have had to come in so early. They were complaining.
I cock blocked you.
And then you rolled in just a couple minutes after, and you were like getting ready to like taste test. They had
My food palate cock blocked you.
Oh man, it was so funny.
I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't normally share a dream, but I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyways,
I stand by dream version, Will. That's awesome.
oh man, I ruined my own story, but
Yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
well, I was gonna say about the bacon, then I was gonna say like whatever happened with all the bacon stuff.
Remember there was just like bacon, like scented things at the store.
Everything was like bacon dad stuff, like bacon beard oil and bacon freaking
Beer.
Yes, bacon soda. That I think they probably had.
They had
Jones
the
Cola,
bacon,
Jones soda.
Rogue Brewery had the bacon beer. Maple bacon beer.
But then it was also like T-shirts, like Dad, like where's my bacon? Or like,
Yeah. Got bacon?
Yes. But the new version of that is Wine Mom. It's wine o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Bring me my wine. You know, something about I hate my kids, but I love wine.
Wine 30.
Exactly.
It's wine 30 somewhere.
So I feel like Prindle.Ridge.Farm, she could parlay that. Even if she's not going to post as much farm stuff, just be like Wine Mom.
Yeah, I think it's also, are you in the millennial generation?
I think so.
What are you, 82?
84.
Oh, 84? I don't think you are. Unless you're one of the geriatric millennials. Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I think it was like 82
I thought it was
to 86.
Oh, I thought it was 85. Anyway, I think now there's also my whole generation that's people my age are like 30 that have like, there's this whole like push for like mental health, but then they're also like just their personality trait now is their mental issues and their depression or whatever, and then having wine. You know what I mean? And like their social anxiety at work with their 9-to-5 job and them having like wine. So I think that plays into the wine mom thing. I've noticed that kind of like topic, that whole like mentally having a hard time, wine, I hate my life, whatever, something, you know, something like that.
1980 to 1985, you're right. Geriatric. So that's me.
Okay.
But that should include Tammy, but I'm not going to count it because she turns 40 this year. She's just regular geriatric, not geriatric millennial.
But
that actually, you saying that sort of cuts into something that I was going to share, which was I saw a counselor.
Wow.
Via video.
Yeah.
And it still sucks because I was not able to get hooked up with a psychiatrist, which was what I really need to do.
Oh, this was an uncertified counselor.
Yes, because I work for a gigantic company.
They give you the free.
I get 5 free sesh.
I have that too. It's usually for
EAP.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's usually for when we hit someone, you know, explode a body across the tracks.
I almost hit someone tonight.
I hit a duck.
We'll
talk about that later.
Okay, yeah. I nearly hit a lady in a parking lot tonight.
Ooh.
Getting here. It's partly because of my mental problems.
That's my dream, is to get hit in a parking lot.
I saw a counselor, and it was mostly just kind of annoying because they gotta ask you. They
get
ask
to know you.
Yeah, exactly. So if I'm going to see her 5 times for free, at least, then this is like the get to know you, which is basically just like tell me all your problems. And then in your head, so now all I've been thinking about for a week is like laying out all my problems.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're not fixed.
Yeah. Your EAP people didn't did you like talk to EAP person then they send you to site? This is the one you got sent to?
Yeah, I had all these ones to pick and I just picked the one with the most credentials.
Yeah. The most alphabet behind their name.
Yeah.
But they're not a psychiatrist.
No, they're not. Psychiatrists are like going away.
Oh.
You'd think they would be
more.
Yeah. But anyways, it wasn't super positive. Also, she was from her demeanor was not great.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it I'm like going to feel it out cuz I'm taking it as like hey, even if this person doesn't mesh personality-wise, I'm like maybe that is the chance to.
And I think sometimes you do also, though, have to shop around to find someone that you connect with.
I agree with that.
I had a guy, he was showing me like a mindfulness, like meditation type exercise to like, center yourself. And he fell asleep. As he was doing the breath work, he just started snoring. That was pretty awesome.
In person? On video?
In person.
When did you go mindfulness?
This was like 3-something years ago.
And it was just like a what?
What?
It was like a seminar or it was like
no, it was from counseling, yeah.
And
it didn't work because I got divorced.
When you yelled, I got divorced. That was funny. But yeah, I don't, how like mom and dad can't say anything negative because somehow that like they don't want you to live into your kind of like what you're saying. It kind of becomes your identity.
Yeah.
I think they have that impulse is sort of right. If you're sort of saying there is something right about that impulse to say like, this is the only ceiling I can reach because of X, Y, and Z. And when really, somebody else could look at you and say like, no, there's a much bigger life, much, more freedom, more experiences, more success, more happiness, whatever for you.
Yeah.
Than that. So I kind of think they're right because of that. But at the but also I also think like it has become like where your psychological problems are your identity.
Yeah, like
it's like
personality
it's like,
traits.
Yeah, it's like taking the place of personality.
Like
trait.
the girl in high school that was like always in a leg brace with crutches. That's like her personality trait.
Yes.
There's crutch girl.
Yeah. I guess I'm not really an introvert, but it seems like well, I guess it's both people. The introvert extrovert thing, I don't know why. First of all, it's so broad. It's only 2.
I think it's I think I've talked about this on here before. I think the definition gets messed up. People think an extrovert is someone who's like super bubbly, super, chatty or whatever, out, like life of the party type person. And introverts, wants to sit at home or whatever. But I think that it's not about how you act. It's about like your energy, your personal energy tank. So like I think I'm extroverted and I like being around people and like I get energy from that. And when I'm alone, like it goes way down. And then, but I and I'm better at it now, but I would say I was like a socially awkward extrovert. So it's like I wanted to be around people, but I wasn't, the guy, life of the party type guy, and I'm not chatting it up with any random person on the street or whatever, but I needed to be around people. And so I think there's like, you can have like socially awkward extrovert, or you can have very like socially skilled introverts or whatever,
Right.
There's introverts that are really good at like talking to people, like usually like I feel like business people or like entrepreneurs, but then they need to like have their alone time and like recharge and whatnot.
Did you watch that Anthony Jeselnik Tiger Belly?
Part of it.
See, I think he is an introvert, even though he's like a big time comedian.
Yeah.
He's like he was talking about on the podcast about like he just wants to go home and read a book and be with his dog,
Yeah.
And I heard him on another podcast say like that's how he was when he was a kid. That's him curled up with a book.
Yep.
But yet he is one of the biggest comedians in the world, but also that's why he's kind of like secure with himself.
Yeah.
And he's not like, but you're saying like that's a personality part. It's like he could be an introvert and still be engaging or wild, or he just happens to be sort of quiet.
Right.
I do think people sort of miss out sometimes on when they pigeonhole themselves on their personality or whatever.
I'm a Gemini or whatever, something like that. It's Gemini season, everybody. I'm not a Gemini. I'm a Sagittarius.
Cancer represent.
Rest in peace.
Unfortunate name. Why is that the same? Yeah, but I think also it's like I was thinking about this on the way here. It's like we have this sort of like the most free time, easiest sort of well-off society,
Yeah.
It's like we have time to be like deal with our mental health and everything like that. And it's just like the more knowledge. So people, instead of saying like, oh, that kid's, like weird,
and it's like more accepted. That's more accepted now to say like, I have depression or I have this bipolar or whatever, as before it was like, you're just like, oh, what's wrong with you? Or,
a demon.
A demon, something like that.
Did you know in the Bible when they say like demon possessed, the actual word, the actual Greek just means demonized.
Oh.
Which can have like various kinds of emphasis. Basically just means, something evil happening, which in their world doesn't necessarily mean demon possessed. That sort of like came through.
Doesn't mean like the Exorcist.
Yeah,
or whatever.
that came through like movies and everything. And so, just a little.
That's interesting. I was talking about what, because that article you sent me about curse words, and is it like, because it used to be like that's a curse word, or like don't curse someone, in the Bible, but we think of that as F word, B word, S word, whatever, as curse words. But I was thinking as like back then, wouldn't it have been more like an actual like curse, like a cursing, I hope all your crops die or something like that, May the Lord, the devil curse your firstborn. Mm-hmm. Or were they just saying S, F, B, C's?
They probably had some SFBDCs and stuff. T's.
T's. Slag. I thought of that the other day.
Aardvarking. Oh, that got cut out.
Oh, yeah. What was that about?
Aardvarking apparently means having sex.
But why?
Because we were talking about animals that are also verbs.
Oh, yeah. Aardvarking. That's funny.
I'm feeling bad right now because I need to address something. That just reminded me of Rick Glassman. He's like, I need to address this because if I don't,
Do it. I've learned so much from him.
I know I have learned a lot.
Communication.
Shout out Rick Glassman because your podcast helps, and it's hilarious. But I was actually just joking because I was gonna say sorry to Prindle Ridge Farm because I was gonna say an update about Prindle Ridge Farm and I interrupted it with my sex dream story,
Oh yeah.
my non-sex dream story.
What was that?
I don't know.
We updated that she was back.
I know, but
What else were you gonna say?
I was gonna use it to talk about the
Wine
bacon
moms.
wine moms.
We did
thing.
all that.
I know, but I was gonna make it funnier, and I didn't.
Jeez.
Gosh.
So I said that I hit a duck. So I'm driving back home from work at like 5 a.m. And I'm coming right down here in Tacoma, not even in a like wooded area or pondy area or anything. Just come down, going like 70 something because there's no cars on the road at this time. And this duck comes out from the side and he just goes in front of me and I don't slow down or anything because, you know, they usually just fly up and away or whatever.
Always.
He decides last second, he's in the clear on the left now. And then he just decides to do a quick cut back and up. And it just hits right into my grill. Big doof, and he flies like backflips behind me. I stopped. I give him mouth to mouth. I'm just kidding. I didn't stop. I didn't even hit the brakes. I was just like, why are you serious?
Yeah,
How
but
could
what's
this
your
happen?
feeling? Don't you feel bad though?
No. Why would I feel bad?
It's one of God's creatures.
What did I do?
Hit it.
No. He hit me. He hit me.
Okay, there you go. Who hit whom?
Yeah.
We hit each other.
No.
Yeah.
If I hit what? I didn't.
Yeah.
He ran
you hit
into
each
me.
other.
He ran into me.
No. If a little kid runs into traffic and you run the kid over, he hit you?
If it's on a train.
I don't think so.
If it's on a train.
You hit each other.
Maybe I just have train brain.
Train brain, you just get numb to hitting things.
Yeah, and you... Especially animals.
Sociopathic.
There's a lot of animals that, you know, ding off the front plow. Birds. One time, my coworker hit a bald eagle, and it got stuck under the railing on the front, and it was just staring at it right in the window like this. This big bald eagle. And anyway, so it hits my front of my car, and I get home, and I see a huge duck-sized hole. This was like a big green mallard duck in my grill. This is plastic, you know, modern car plastic. It was like in between.
It was in your grill?
No, there's a hole.
Oh, the hole.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Oh, the big green. You saw it right before it.
Yeah, I saw it go in front of me, and I thought it was going to be fine, and it decided to cut back.
Well, I didn't know how much description of it you got.
A full description. Green, male, mallard duck.
Picked up its wallet off the street.
He was wearing a black shirt. Maybe 32 years old. No weapons that I know of. Doesn't seem to be intoxicated.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to get out of your car.
And this plastic piece.
I don't see color, so I would have just said
$200.
I would have just said
for this plastic piece.
So you're just going to roll duck with a duck hole?
No, I want to get it fixed. Speaking of duck holes, they're also part of the back to previous episode cloaca family.
No. Oh, man.
That came up on something. It was like a Jeopardy or
I always
something.
think about that. Yeah.
And
I always think about also that I accidentally said gaping, and I didn't mean as a, category of pornography.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because when you showed it to me, I was like, gaping.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot.
The cloaca.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah.
Cloaca. Give it a goog. In for a real treat.
I want to look this up sometime.
How much time do we have?
We got a decent amount of time.
Well,
We got, wait, for what?
I don't know. I got that video I want to show you.
Okay, show me the video.
Okay.
Okay,
This is
I'm gonna maybe put it in the show notes because I don't know what you're gonna show me.
Commercials of the past.
Oh, commercials of the past.
We remember the commercials back in the day when we were growing up. Way different than they are now.
I also tried to look up a picture of Squirt soda. Careful Googling that.
Okay, this is a Mentos commercial. I don't have information on the year.
Wait, what was the Mentos? The Fresh Maker. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, the Fresh Make. That was another one. Yeah. So here we're watching this live.
And it's a Mentos ad.
Mentos ice
Mentos gum. Oh, no, it keeps going. It's a thing. Ow!
He had Mentos ice gum. Made his nipples
Don't. No, I'll describe it at the end. We'll start it over. No, I've never seen this. This must be European. Oh, what? They're going to get longer?
He gave her a piece.
Oh,
Cool, icy fresh.
I thought he was going to have sex with her with his nipples.
Well, he might.
Okay, can I see that again? Let me talk the people through, because some of you will never look up the video, and some of you, yeah. Let's just start here. We'll start. So there's a beach scene. It's ice Mentos gum, and the guy's leaning back. He's got his shirt off, and all of a sudden, his nipples do like a Pinocchio sort of thing. They stick out, and now he's walking down. Everybody's, first of all, he catches the frisbee.
On his nipple.
All the women are
enamored.
The people are like, "Woo, this is great. Your nipples are
2.5 inches long."
It's just disgusting. It's like, wait, this is new Mentos ad. Is there any description in the
No. I have to not on this link, but maybe I'll
first
find
of all,
other information.
There's no way this made it to air. This had to be one of the. They went through filming it. Okay. Just imagine with me.
I'll look up some.
You go to college.
Mm-hmm.
You think, you know what? I love freaking Marvel movies. Marvel movies are the best when Captain America jumps out of the ship from way in the air and he dives down and he goes into the water and then overtakes GSP on the boat and everything. And like the CGI on all those Marvel movies are just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this video about how they do the filming for the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
They have this room. It's like almost a full circle, and there's video screens all around it. And they created this like crazy software where you can turn everything 360 degrees, so the actors can basically like be in one spot, and they'll film somewhere live or CGI. I got to put this video
like a 360 degree view of like where they are.
Yes, and then
like a Google Earth type thing.
Yes, and then so they have these big high like 20-foot screens like in each direction, and then they also have lighting up top that adjusts as they adjust the camera, and you can do it with like the drag of a mouse basically.
Oh, wow. Like where the sun's coming from.
Yeah, it's like so awesome. It's like incredible. And so you see that and you're like, that is what I want to do with my life, to see the credits roll, like waiting for the you know,
See your name come up. That you were the CGI guy.
Right before that end credit scene that everybody like waits in the theater to see, like your name in the corner, just like Will Brown, and just like pops up. He's like, I can't wait for that to be me. And instead, because you got a 2.3 GPA instead of a 3.9, you're stuck elongating a man's nipples in a Mentos commercial
that aired in Australia in 2006.
No, somebody had to CGI his nipples for 2 minutes.
And it was the most complained about ad of 2006.
Oh, I believe it. Okay, so what else? He's catching a frisbee.
Oh, shoot.
He's catching the frizz, and it's awful.
Hangs his sunglasses.
He hangs his sunglasses, and now they're sticking out even further. And a girl...
still always getting looks from the women.
Yeah, the women love it. Oh, wait. Hold on. The women in the audience, they're doing like little finger...
Oh, no.
Okay, he's a DJ. And then the women at the shows, look at the girls in the front row. They're doing like... Ew. Also, the nipples are like autonomous.
Yeah, they can like move around.
So she like loves him. And now watch the girls...
Oh, yeah, they're going. Oh, my gosh.
And he's DJing with his nipples. And then he gets in the elevator. Oh,
Holds the door with his nipple.
And a girl with flaunting breasts. Oh, man. He
hands her a Mentos ice gum.
And honestly...
Cool and icy fresh.
I would not be into that.
No.
A girl with...
2-inch long nipples.
Oh, man.
Couple of baby carrots sticking off of her.
No, but it's not baby carrots. That's the thing. They're so skinny. What are those kind of breadsticks that are that skinny? Have you had those kind?
Yeah.
They're kind of like Pocky.
Yeah. Or what are those? It's like it has like chocolate in the middle, and it's like a cookie, and it's a long stick like that. You know what I'm talking about? I had some here a couple months ago.
Yeah, those little wafer things.
Yeah.
But they're not that wide. They're so tiny. What? Okay. Let me just imagine a scenario where that took place. Okay, so a couple weeks ago,
there was an elephant at the Point Defiance Zoo that kept pulling on its nipple, and it was like really long.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about somebody with breast augmentation, and we talked about the objectivity of just, seeing, what it was like. And we just want to know objectively, not without judging, what was the scenario. Facts. Yeah, what was the scientific facts surrounding this, breasticle setup. Now, let me just imagine if I was in a scenario with a woman. So let's say in my dream, let's say right before that 6:30,
where I had the menu meeting.
Yes. I can just see it now. It's so funny. And now let's see if somebody took off their top and they had, but not only, okay, which would be better? 2-inch long nipples, skinny like that.
Mm-hmm. And can they move around?
Okay, that's what I was going to say. And so he was hanging his sunglasses off them. They stuck out way far.
Yeah, because he had that cool, icy...
Yes, they were so cold that they were hard and super long.
Mm-hmm.
But what if they were drooping? What if they were
Squidward's nose?
Yeah. What if it was just kind of like a rubber band, just kind of like blah, 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 just dangling there, kind of built-in tassel.
Oh,
when was that a thing?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Why did I know about tassels as a child? And was that ever a thing in real life to anyone in the 20s, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was that, like the burlesque people. And then it was the coffee shop people.
Coffee shop?
Yeah, like the engorsed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nipple Nazi, remember?
Well, I was just thinking at that point in my dream, even if somebody had 2-inch dangling nipples, it's like
You're already there.
it's like it's not.
You're already around in third.
Yeah, it's just like a speed bump on. It's just something you're gonna have to talk about after.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that just proves how non-judgmental I am. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not judging anyone.
It's just the human body. Everyone's different.
If you have low round breasts, if you have long 2-inch nipples, I don't care.
Yeah. Exactly.
Put in the comments if you care. Specifically about the nipples.
And we'll share the vid.
The video's in the show notes. I love when this says show notes.
And I want to post it on Instagram. Instagram stories.
Oh man, it's so crazy.
I forget. I saw that on something. It was like weirdest. Like, would this commercial ever like be allowed today?
I sort of get why that's funny, and sort of like if you were the ad agency or whatever.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like sometimes it's usually trying to be funny or like different things that come out with companies. It's like, what group of people? He's like, at one point there was 20 guys in a meeting,
Exactly.
And they said, you know what sounds like a good idea? This 2-inch nipple commercial. we're gonna spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then pay another millions of dollars to get it on TV for this commercial. This is a good idea.
If it was like a Lonely Island sketch, like the pre-recorded sketches on SNL or something, then I think that could have like made it.
Yeah, been funny, but no, it was just an actual.
They do it with the final countdown music. It's the 2-inch nipple, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, this episode is over. Go right from here over to Instagram and leave a comment. What would you do if you're a female and you met a male? If you're a male and you met a female, or
non-binary,
depending on what's your persuasion, what your
depending
sexuality
on how
is.
much you like Demi Lovato.
I love her. I'm worried about her, but I love Demi Lovato. I can't say I don't, but every day is something different. I'm happy for her if she's finding peace, but also
post-rehab.
You can't be blowing up
froyo
shops and changing your gender right after. I don't know why those are related. I thought Will was going to fart in the mic, but anyways, go over to Instagram, leave a comment on the episode. Oh gosh, I don't know what pictures I included on this episode.
They'll be good.
But leave a comment there. Thank you for listening. Share with a friend.